Right, what's going on, family? Good morning, everybody. I pray y'all are doing well. As we off top, thank the Most High for so much, giving the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Yahushua, who hung, bled, and died. My title says, Swine has always been unclean. But before I get into this, I want to give a special shout out to our beautiful sister Tina. I got a chance to get on her live Facebook the other day, and she was hitting very hard with some very profound things, talking about the way we eat food and fruits and et cetera, et cetera. Shout out to you, Tina. This is a video response back to you. And I mentioned in that video that the way we was brought up, Sister Tina, our parents did what their parents did. Their parents did what their parents did. Their parents did what their parents did, so on and so on. So when you a little child growing up, you just eat what's given to you. And like me and my mom had this conversation all the time about how we thought we was eating right. And like you said in your video, and I'm gonna go back to that, Genesis 1:27. I say this all the time. In the beginning, before sin ever stepped in, it never was about us eating meat. When you get to Revelation, what is it, chapter 22? It's still not about us eating meat, if you really think about it. We've been taught through Christianity. If you grew up like me, see, I grew up in a Baptist church. You eat whatever you want to eat. And then they would take Noah and misteach that. See, let me make a dynamic part here too, Sister Tina. Let's talk about what went on before Moses was on the scene. Now you got big time scholars that argue about who was here first, by the Bible being in chronological order. Some think that Moses was here before Noah. I disagree with that. I don't know if you ever heard that. But when you look at what the Most High have already put in place, he never told Israel, he never told us to eat pig. You can get it in Leviticus, you can get it in Deuteronomy. I mean, it's all through the Bible, especially the Old Covenant. It's all in there. But we've been taught, not by the Holy Spirit, but by preachers and pastors and what Big Mama and them did and soul food and all this stuff. We've been taught that it's okay. But when you look at the diseases that a pig carry, pork chops and chitlins and man, all the stuff that our people love growing up, and some still do. This video may offend so many people because they still love it. This is not a video to talk down about nobody, but facts. Because when you get to Genesis chapter 7, around verse 2, what did he tell Noah? You see what I'm saying? Take by sevens. Think about it. Sevens. Male and female. It didn't just say male. So when you start looking at when he told him, Most High told Noah to take the clean versus the unclean, you see a big difference because the Most High was showing us through his word and showing Noah that you got to take more clean than unclean on the ark. Now, the ones that's not clean, what did he say? By two, male and female. He didn't say take 7 prayers of that. So you do the math on that. That means they had pairs. They had something to mate with. Whether you talking about a cow or sheep or something flying in the air, ghosts, whatever. He told Noah in Genesis 7:2. Now, this is before the Mosaic Law. Because why? The Most High was already showing us also that my chosen ones will be set apart. This is before the Mosaic Law. See, a lot of times they don't teach you this in church because man, come on, let's just be real. And I'm not trying to make nobody mad, but the truth gonna make you mad and offend you. We was taught to eat all the pork. Wake up in the morning, and bacon is frying in the skillet. How many of us ate pork chops for breakfast? Pork for breakfast, pig for breakfast. Don't even get me started talking about how many ribs I done ate in my life. Because we thought it was so good, but in reality it's killing us. High cholesterol, high blood pressure, strokes, you name it, legs amputated, diabetes, pork. Oh man, it was good enough for them back then, but look at how many of them fought with diseases. Now I will say this, I believe a lot of animals were more cleaner back in the day than they are now, because everything is steroid up now. But my point is, the Most High never told us to eat pork. It's unclean. Now some gonna take the New Testament and take what Christ said, I explained it in another video, and try to make it seem like everything is supposed to be good to eat. That's not what Christ was showing us. Even in Peter's vision, that's why Peter said, he had that vision of all the unclean animals. Peter said, I ain't never eat nothing unclean. If you think about what Peter was saying, Peter had always kept the dietary law of Israel, of Moses, I like to say. But that wasn't what that was all about. The Most High was showing Peter that in that vision, the unclean he was talking about was the Gentiles. I need you to reach the Gentiles. But if you notice what he said though, he was already on point. Like I ain't ate nothing unclean. But when you grow up, when you growing up and being taught to eat unclean, you'll grow up and teach your children to eat unclean. But see, so many people are breaking out of that and going against what they was brought up on. Like I told Sister Tina in her live chat, some of us are going against what we was brought up on. And when you go against what you was brought up on, so many of them look at you like you crazy. Boy, what's wrong with you? Girl, what's wrong with you? Pig ain't never done nothing to us. We survived off that. We ate off that. It's like you the enemy when you become, hey, I'm not gonna eat this no more. Or I'm not gonna celebrate this no more. I said the same thing about weed. Look at the video I did about should Christians smoke weed. I said weed was never put on her. Did the Most High create hemp? Yes. Weed, hemp, yes. But did he ever tell us to smoke it? No. Especially if you knowing that you're gonna get high and you're not in your right mind. Hemp used to be made for making ropes and clothes and different other things. Like I explained in that video. So you gotta look at what the Most High purpose was on why he designed things and then showed us what were things used for versus what you don't suppose to abuse things. But that's the whole of the video. Now, this pig, go to Leviticus chapter 11. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 14. Once again, look at what Noah took. He took more clean animals to the ark than unclean. That's also showing obedience. We don't catch that part sometimes. Being obedience is better than sacrifice. Once again, I got to make this point. This was before Moses. Noah, take this. Now, many people will skip past the Old Testament. Many people won't read the Torah. Many pastors only teach the New Testament. But see, let me tell you this. I've been saying this for years. If you get an Israelite, or you want to say Hebrew, and teach from these same passages, and then you get a Baptist preacher, it's gonna be a totally different teaching from the Hebrew. Because first of all, the Hebrew is gonna go against the Christianity teaching of Noah, which is only taking the two and misteaching about the 7 pairs, male and female. And then they're going to say, well, you can eat what you want. See, a Hebrew is not going to tell you to eat what you want. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about all Christians, because there are Christians that go against, they will not eat pork. They will not eat it. There are some Christians that are vegan, but if you look at the majority of Christians, you're going to see obese. I mean, let's just keep it real. Look at all the choir annuals and the programs and the eat straight out the church. Let it be a 3:30 service. I'm not talking bad about nobody, y'all. That's why I'm not laughing. You get out of church and hit the buffet. Go eat everything you want to eat, unclean, and then come back to church and try to come to that program and sing, and then you wonder why everybody's sitting up there full and sluggish and can't do nothing. Because that pork, that overeating, and here go the thing, we don't look at, or we wasn't taught growing up, look at your serving size. How many times, even me being guilty of growing up, how many times have I went back and got in line, I already was full, just gluttony. Go back and eat. Man, go give me about 3 more of them ribs. You already can't even eat no more. But just want it. Sluggish, tired. Or like me, every time I would eat pork, my head hurt like that. I remember when I quit eating so much pork, my head stopped hurting. Or why the restroom smell like that? You can tell the pig is very unclean. And like my title says, swine has always been unclean. And you show me anywhere in the Bible where that changed. And you show me anywhere in the Bible where the Most High said, go ahead and eat it. See, people will take those scriptures in the New Covenant once again and twist them to make it fit their lifestyle. Being obedient, especially, let me say that, with Israel, being obedient in that old covenant, that's what kept you from being cursed. Remind you when Paul was talking about eating food that was sacrificed to idols. And Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. Now some gonna take what Paul say and twist that also, man. It's okay to eat this. Now that's why I'm going back to the beginning. Look at what was put in place before Paul, before Moses, before all of that, before sin. It was eat clean. It wasn't meat like we thought or think. Them plants, that was the meat. Now look at what they got out now. Plant-based foods. You gotta ask yourself, really, how healthy is that? Is it really all that healthy or is it not? Hey man, I'm eating the plant-based. I'm saying that because look at all the stuff that's being done to the soil, the ground, the water. I mean, these labs mixing meat, you go on and on and on. You gotta question a lot of this stuff. You gotta really pray when you're eating, because man, if you're not growing it yourself, and even growing it yourself, you gotta realize what they're doing to the weather, what they're doing to the land, what they're doing to the ground, the soil. Or why they want to take control over these farmers and their land. And we living in some trying times, my brothers and sisters. So once again, the Most High wanted Israel set apart. That's why he said, before you start talking about all these Kojic and Baptists and I'm AME, I'm CME, or all these different titles, he already said, be ye holy, for I am holy. Be ye holy. That means set apart. So why would the Most High have picked and chosen, let me say, Israel, and then tell Israel to eat what the other nations eat? Eat like this, be like the Gentiles. That's the whole thing that got us in trouble. Instead of being set apart, we kept playing the part, because the Most High already knew, because he's all knowing. The pig ain't clean. The pig gonna cause a whole lot of health problems. The pig gonna kill many, many people, and it have. See, by the time Moses came on the scene, you see what happened. The world was full of idolatry. Already, full of idolatry. And not only did we not supposed to eat pork, if you catch the scriptures, we just supposed to touch it. See, we bitch that too though. Not on the end, man, I ain't gonna eat that. I'm not even gonna touch it. Because that's what the Most High said. So we so quick to say, well, I don't think God meant this. Man, the Most High meant exactly what the Most High meant. Stop trying to change the Most High word. The Most High is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He is the creator. He knows, all knowing and omnipresent. Everywhere at all times. He didn't make no mistakes. It's like we wanna pick and choose certain scriptures to dictate what we're gonna do and what we're not gonna do. Well, I'm gonna keep this part of the Bible, but when it comes to this right here, I ain't gonna do this. I know these are pagan holidays. The Bible say don't do what the pagan and the heathens do, but I'm gonna keep this right here. I know December the 25th ain't in the Bible. I know it's a lie. I know Christ wasn't born on the day, but I'm gonna keep that because Big Mama them did, Papa them did. It's tradition. It's generation after generation. It's traditions. We was brought up in all of that. That's why I teach my children the truth. Damn Santa Claus. I don't care nothing about none of this stuff. Especially as you get older and older, we get older and older. I don't care nothing about none of this stuff I was brought up on because it was all lies. And I made up my mind that I am not going to teach my children lies. Even though they're going to see it anyway, they get a little disappointed with why these kids got on costumes or this and that. And I teach them, man, I teach them the truth. And that's why as they get older and older, they're going to realize that stuff is meaningless. It's just a moneymaker. So I just wanted to come back, Sister Tina, awesome video, awesome live chat. And you made me think about going back to the beginning with Genesis 1 and 27 and just the way we was brought up and where we are at now. And I applaud you, sister, on your fruits and you're looking good, sister. Keep doing it. I mean it out of, brother love, sister love. You're looking good. Like I always told you, remind me of Pam Grier when I first met you. And you just keep doing what you're doing. And to anybody that's, going against the way they was brought up and eating, and you feel more healthy, you got more energy, you got your sea moss going, the ones that doing the sea moss or whatever you're doing to keep yourself going and looking good, keep it up. This is encouragement. So once again, the swine has always been considered unclean. And on that note, I love y'all. Y'all take care and have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.